If you're a manifesting generator, you've probably been told to slow down, to focus on only one thing at a time, and to stop changing your mind all the time. But what if all these productivity tips are actually working against your natural energy and making you even less productive? As a manifesting generator, you're designed to move fast, follow what lights you up, and your path isn't meant to always look linear. So let's look at how your energy actually works and how to use it without constantly feeling frustrated or exhausted. As you can probably guess from its name, the manifesting generator is a hybrid between the manifestors and the generators. So the role of the manifesting generators is to be multi-passionate creators and builders. So like generators, they're here to build things, they're here to respond to things that light them up, to do things that like put them in joy. But like the manifestors, they can move quickly once their energy is activated and do like multiple things at the same time. And that's one of the characteristics of the MGs, is that they enjoy having multiple projects or interests at the same time. They love multitasking and it is natural for them. And they're one of the only types that can do that efficiently. So any productivity tips that say that multitasking is not good, well, that does not apply to MGs. It actually frustrates them to always like to stick to one thing too long. So the best way for MGs to work is to work on one project or one task for as long as they have the energy, like the joy to do it. And then once they're over with that, like to move on to the next one, and then they can come back and jump between many different things. However, being multi-passionate doesn't mean that every idea deserves your energy. Having the capacity to move between different interests doesn't mean saying yes to every single thing. The question here really isn't, could I do this? Because as an MG, you probably could, you would have the energy to do it. But the actual questions you should ask yourself are, do I really have the energy for this? And does this light me up right now? Because there's a difference between having several projects that genuinely energize you and having several projects just because you overcommitted yourself and now you can't say no to them. The first one feels exciting and expensive, whereas the second one becomes exhausting. Also very important, you don't have to stick to an interest or a project that you started a few months ago just because you were excited about it 6 months ago, but now you aren't. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to want to focus on other things and to put things on the back burner for a while, or to just stop doing them at all if they don't excite you anymore. And that doesn't mean that you failed, because every experiment that you make teaches you something. So instead of seeing unfinished projects or abandoned interests as failures, ask yourself if what you're doing is still aligned or not, if it still brings you joy, excitement, satisfaction, or not, and what projects or interests you're keeping just because you started them and now you feel bad for stopping them, even if they don't give you energy anymore. And regularly stop and ask yourself, am I only continuing these projects because I think I should finish it or because I want to finish it? Your multi-passionate nature needs discernment, not a restriction from you or the others. So because the manifesting generator is a hybrid between the generators and the manifestors, they do have some aspects of both. So they have the strategy, signature, and not self theme of both the generator and the manifester. So it's a good idea to go and watch the segment on both of these other types, because these elements like do apply to you as well. Although the generator side is always kind of like more prevalent. So first, focus on the generators, strategy, signature, and not self theme. And then the secondary one is the manifestors. So the main strategy of the manifesting generator is to respond like the generators. So by responding, what we mean is that they're not here to initiate, just like the manifestors. They're here to respond to what life brings to them. So this means like opportunities, ideas, people, they should respond. So they should not initiate, force initiation. So this means that, for example, if they have an idea of something they want to start, they should wait for an external sign. So that can be like an image, someone that says something, a movie, you know, a word that shows up and that is related to that idea, and then see how they respond to that in their body. Is it like a yes or is it a no? And so if it's a yes, then they can initiate. If it's a no, well, no. So that's what it means to respond. But because they also have some manifester in them, after they respond, they should also use the strategy of the manifester, which is to inform people. So this means that not asking for permission, they should inform people that are involved in whatever project, idea, thing that they are about to start. and just tell them where they're at so that people are not confused, because the manifesting generators, just like the manifestors, move very quickly. They can jump between projects and everything, which means that the people around them can be kind of like left confused because maybe they said they would do something and then they changed idea and they're doing something else. So by informing people that are impacted by your decisions, just telling them like, just so you know, I said I would do this, now I'm doing this, so that's it. Um, this will help reduce friction and make things much easier and smoother for you. One habit that can be incredibly useful for manifesting generators is to take a pause before acting on whatever idea they have. Because manifesting generators can move incredibly quickly once something activates their energy. Their speed is actually one of their strengths, but that speed can also mean moving on too quickly before they've actually checked whether something is correct or aligned for them. So before committing to something, create a tiny pause. And this is actually good for both manifesting generators that have a sacral authority or manifesting generators that have an emotional authority. So the first ones, usually the sacral tells them in the moment if something is aligned or not, whereas the second ones, so the generators with the emotional authority, they actually need to wait for their emotional wave to be over before making a decision. So if you don't know exactly how your authority works, after this video, I suggest watching the one I recently made on the authorities. So this way you can understand what is the best way for you to make decisions. But regardless of your authority as a manifesting generator, taking a pause before you jump into the new idea you've just had, that is going to be a habit that will save you a lot of time and energy down the road on things that if you just had taken a little while to consider, you probably wouldn't have jumped in right away from the start. And here I have a very clear example of that. My best friend is a manifesting generator, and he had an idea once. He sent me an audio and he was like, "Oh my God, Sarah, I have like the best idea ever. I want to read books about he's into like finance and investments and all on YouTube." And he was like, "I want to read some books on investment and just publish that as videos." And I was like, "Dude, that's like copyright infringement. You cannot do that." And he was like, "No, no, like it's an amazing idea. I'm going to start recording straight away." And he did that. And then I get a message like 30 minutes later, and he's like, "You know what, Sarah? I think you were right." And the moment I sat down to record the first video I wanted to make on that, like he lives right next to a school, they started having a party at the school and like blasting music, and so it was impossible for him to record. And I was like, that is clearly like a sign that the universe is sending you that this idea is not the right one. It's not aligned. And so this just illustrates how manifesting generators are very impulsive and they just want to act on their ideas straight away. And he has an emotional authority. So I've been like repeating him so many times, like, you have to wait until like you're clear, like you have this emotional clarity before jumping into your ideas and acting on them, because like he was on the high of like, "Oh my gosh, this is such a good idea." And then like once the wave like calmed down, he was like, "Yeah, no, that was a really bad idea." So whether you are a sacral manifesting generator or an emotional one, definitely take a pause to just allow yourself to really not overthink, but really notice in your body if this is the right decision for you and if you truly want to move on with it or not. And here, because manifesting generators are sacral beings, even if you have an emotional authority, you still have your sacral defined. Ask yourself closed questions, yes or no questions, to help you see if this thing is aligned for you or not. So you can ask yourself, do I actually want to do this? Do I have the energy for this? Very important. Does this excite me? And notice your body reactions. Don't ask yourself, like, would this be good for my career? Or should I do this? Or what will people think if I say no? Because those questions invite your mind to chime in, and we don't want that. We want to see your body's response, because that's where your energy is. That's where your energy tells you if this thing is good for you or not. And so if your body sends you like a yes energy, again, if you have emotional authority, wait for your emotional wave to subside. But if it is a yes, then move on, and don't forget to inform the people that might be affected by your decision. So for manifesting generator, the sequence becomes something appears, you respond to it, you move, and then you inform the people that are involved if necessary. Start experimenting with this on small decisions before you start experimenting this with bigger life decisions, but you'll see that this will fluidify your life so much and make it much easier to decide what is worth your time and energy, what you actually want to do versus what isn't. How can a manifesting generator know whether they are aligned or not? It's thanks to their not self theme. I remind you that the not self theme is like the negative emotion that shows that something is out of alignment. And so the main one for the MGs is frustration, like the generators. And the secondary one is anger, like the manifestors. So if you feel frustration and or anger, this means that something is misaligned and that you should try to adjust, modify, cancel, erase, whatever is not aligned, to step back into your signature, which is your positive emotion signal, which for you is the main one is satisfaction, like the generators, and the secondary one is peace, like a feeling of inner peace, of calm, like the manifestors. The MG's energy, just like the generator, because you have the sacral center defined, it means that you have consistent, sustainable energy as long as you do things that you love and that light you up. So the same as the generators, you have virtually unlimited energy as long as you do things that nourish you, that make you feel alive, that put you in joy. Because if you do things that don't light you up, your energy will get drained and depleted very, very quickly. So it's not because you have a lot of energy that it means that you have to do just everything. Do things that are aligned, that make you feel like alive and joyful, and that will sustain your energy and you will be able to continue working and doing things you love. And if you want a clear framework of how to start experimenting with your type as a manifesting generator, I've created a free workbook in which you will find simple exercises to help you understand what gives you energy, what drains you, and how to start embodying your type. The link will be in the description of the episode. If there's one thing that I want you to remember as a manifesting generator, is that you don't need to force yourself in a linear way of living, just because you've been told that that's the productive way of doing it. You are allowed to have multiple interests, move quickly, change direction, and follow what genuinely lights you up. The key here isn't doing everything, it's learning what actually deserves your energy. If you like this kind of practical human design content, don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more on how to manage your energy and organize your work and your life as a manifesting generator, then this video right here is for you. Thank you for watching until the end, and I'll see you in the next one.